Denver Nuggets summer league roster. Some Nuggets players are tending to their horses. Others are in Vegas playing basketball. This group's interesting. There are some names that I really care about on this team. Trey Alexander, Parker Brown, Cy Chapman, Walter Ellis, Armand Franklin, PJ Hall, Deron Holmes, Gabe McLaughlin, Jalen Pickett, Julian Strother, Audie's Tony, Hunter Tyson, brother of Cade Tyson, Jalen Williams, and Jameer Young from Maryland. Parker Brown, if you're wondering, yeah, that is Christian Brown's brother. So we're just giving handouts, little nepotism plays here to some guys. What do you think of this roster? Kind of fun.
Yeah, it actually has. You have the bucket getters that tend to dominate summer league with Jameer Young and Trey Alexander, but then you also have, like, I would say some serious winners in the front court between Deron Holmes, Hunter Tyson, PJ Hall. Oh, you got a nice little Clemson reunion there. I guess Julian Strother's more of a guard than a front court. You have some guys on there that Jalen Williams as well, who won a lot of games in college to, dare I say, be like the elders in the room, the adults in the room to make sure this the games don't turn into total chaos.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like the makeup there.
I don't hate it, but like, here's the problem with it. I love college reunions, but if your summer league roster is like Clemson, are you really that excited about that?
No, you're not.
Yeah, it's like
It's
this.
it's a reunion of the Clemson team that was like they won 23 games and missed the tournament because they lost to Louisville, you know? Like it's that Clemson
Yeah.
team.
It's a fun group. It's a good group. I think this team can win a lot of summer league games, but then you just get to like, oh yeah, we can see PJ Hall and Hunter Tyson together. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure. There's some Big Ten guards that I'm really excited to see again. Jalen Pickett has been, an NBA player, but I still believe in him long term. He's one of the best guards I've ever seen in my life in the Big Ten. Jameer Young was uber productive at Maryland. I don't know how much Nuggets fans are familiar with his game, but a true bucket getter extraordinaire. I don't know that many players in the country had a harder job than him last year because he was surrounded by total non-shooters everywhere, and they would just give him the ball, and he'd have to go 1-on-5 basically and create. He did a damn good, admirable job of doing it. Trey Alexander is one of the names we haven't mentioned. Guy a lot of people do believe in, legitimate NBA draft pick from Creighton. I don't remember where you were at on Trey Alexander. Like, do you believe in his NBA future?
I thought he should have been drafted. I was surprised that he didn't hear his name called, just because sort of Creighton's best guard defender the past couple of years. Maybe he might not have measured out. I can't recall off the top of my head if he measured like a legit 6'4", how he was listed at Creighton. So maybe there's some size concerns there. But I mean, he was so productive his last 2 years at Creighton. I don't think you can completely write him off as to having an NBA future at all.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Yeah, I think he will be have some competitive edge to him, right? Because he's trying to prove everybody wrong, and he really was one of the best scorers and passers in college
Mm-hmm.
basketball last year. His numbers are stupid if you go back and look. Deron Holmes is the star, though. At least we would think on paper, right? Like they kind of built this team to feature him. It feels like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think if you're using Holmes's perimeter skill set and his ability to even pass a little bit, you're putting shooting around him too with Alexander, with Young, with Hunter Tyson, with I mean, PJ Hall can even space the floor a little bit. So yeah, I think there are some guys who complement their first rounder pretty well.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think this is a team that has a chance to win a lot of summer league games. That's my feel. It's built like a real roster more than a lot of these other collections of random players. Who that guy, real quick? Walter Ellis? Who that guy?
Says on the Nuggets graphic he played at Grand Canyon. That's news to me.
We just got a little Grand Canyon duo of Gabe McLaughlin and Walter. Who them guys? I don't know. I'm confused on that one. What would your starting lineup be?
Duran at the four. If you play Duran at the four, do you really want to start PJ Hall at the five? I guess so. I'm putting Trey Alexander and Jameer Young as my backcourt and Hunter Tyson at the three.
No Jalen Pickett.
No, I'll let him come off the bench. Let him run
Wow.
the second unit. Oh,
Okay.
let your second unit be like Jalen Pickett and space him out with Audige Tony and Julian Strother. Let
I
that
don't
get the
hate
juices
that.
going.
I don't hate that. I just think I want your second unit as my first unit, and I want to let Jameer Young rock in the second unit. I'd go Pickett and Strother for sure in the starting lineup. I think I'd go obviously Holmes. I play Holmes at the 5. But then you're getting kind of gross. Like I guess Holmes and Hunter Tyson? Maybe PJ Hall instead of Hunter Tyson? Maybe it is Clemson. I
You could throw Jalen Williams in there. Jalen Williams was a very solid 4 in college. He did a little bit of everything.
I like that. Holmes, Jalen Williams. I'll go Trey Alexander, Jalen Pickett, Julian Strother. That's my
That's a
group.
good
And
lineup.
yeah,
Yeah, I like
fun
that.
fun bench unit too with that team. Go Nuggets. I think I'm a Nuggets summer league fan. Car, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome.
You're reliable. I can count on you. Honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.